Welcome. You are in the lab room. I'm your host, Lou. Thank you for joining me here to break down week number 9 of the National Football League, handling a little bit of NFC South family business. And if it happens in the family, it stays in the family. Carolina Panthers hosting the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons are struggling this season. Not the team everyone expected them to be. Maybe everybody else, me and myself, I thought this was an 8-8 football team. I might have given them more credit than they deserve, but who could have foreseen all of the injuries that have befallen this football team and see them at 2-5 coming into this game? Meanwhile, the Carolina Panthers could care less about the misfortunes of the Atlanta Falcons. They are 4-3 on the season, over 500 for the first time since 2008. They're on a 3-game winning streak, playing extremely good football. Cam Newton and his offense taking care of the football. This defense is stifling. Second to Kansas City. I venture to say that this is the second best defense in the National Football League. I can't really think of another one that plays as aggressive defense as this Carolina Panthers team, forces turnovers and does not give up a lot of points. I'll take the Chiefs defense, but right behind them, give me this Panthers defense afterwards. So this was a huge game within the division. I talked to CT, of course. He's a Panthers fan, and I told him, I said, look, you've got a chance to deliver the knockout blow. This game is more about you than it is the Atlanta Falcons, but just in case they think that they're still alive, just in case that monitor is still beeping, beep, 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 you've got a chance to deliver the knockout blow. They're on the ropes. They're hanging on. The referee wants to step in and stop the fight. But you got to come over, put together a nice little combination, land all of the punches. They're not throwing back, so the referee can come in, stop the fight, put these Falcons to sleep, and have that machine going, beep. You want to flatline these guys. They're there. They're there to be laid down nice and easy. It's your job to go ahead and put them down with that nice right hook to finish them off. And I told CT, you're going to have to go in and dominate this football game. Don't allow the Falcons to hang around. Don't allow them to feel like they have a chance. Tony Gonzalez to make some plays, Harry Douglas to do some things, Steven Jackson to get off and start running and them get some confidence. Don't force the issue and make this game closer than it really needs to be. Go in and dominate this Atlanta Falcons football team. So let's see how this game turned out in Carolina as the 2-5 Atlanta Falcons traveled to Carolina to take on the 4-3 Carolina Panthers in a little bit of NFC South family business. So Luke Kuechly picks off Matt Ryan on Atlanta's second possession, leading to Mike Tolbert's 4-yard touchdown run. This was aided by a Desmond Trufant PI, and so it's 7-0. Panthers jump on top of the Falcons early on. This is what you want to do. Force Matt Ryan into some mistakes. Get him thinking that he's going to for a long day, which he is. This is a really good Carolina Panthers defense. Force him into some mistakes. Turn those mistakes. And this is the most important part. After you get the interception, after you force the turnover, turn those turnovers into points. That's how you make teams pay. Hey, you can force all the turnovers you like, but if you're not doing anything with them, hey, it's nice to take the ball away, stop the opposing team from scoring, but it's even better. It does you even more good when you can take those turnovers and make them work for you in the result of points. So, Atlanta holding penalty negates Steven Jackson touchdown run, ends up settling for a field goal. So, Atlanta finding ways to shoot themselves in the foot. You're not a good football team right now. You can't. This isn't last year. This isn't 2012. You can't afford to take points off the board. Last year, hey, this field goal was fine because you still had Julio Jones, Roddy White, Tony Gonzalez, and offensive weapons galore. And, hey, you were going to score 28 or 31 anyway. So that field goal wasn't going to hurt. Now, with this new addition of the Atlanta Falcons, minus Julio Jones, no Roddy White, Steven Jackson can't really be as effective because the passing game isn't opening up running lanes. You need all the points you can get. So that holding penalty that negates a touchdown run, devastating to your cause. Now it's 7-3 instead of 7-7 on the road in Carolina. Cam shows off on play to Steve Smith. I know it's Cam. I know it's Cam. Cam. Well, oh damn. I know it's Cam. I know it's Cam. Cam. Yes, indeed, it's Cam. And this play was so beautiful. I mean, this is why he is a one-of-a-kind specimen. In the pocket, there's trouble. In and out of the pressure. He gets off of some guys. Darts. I don't even know how a guy that big at 6'5", 240 can get out of traffic like that and still maneuver his body and throw a dart. But he did it. Finds Steve Smith down the field. But on that same possession, he can do that. And then he can also, in that same breath, do this. Throws a deep interception to Desmond Trufant. And it served as a punt, but it wasn't third down. I don't need you punting the football for me. I'll punt that on fourth down. I need you to complete passes to the right color jerseys, not to the Atlanta Falcons. So that was a bad mistake by Cam throwing deep and allowing it to be picked off. This was double coverage. There was no chance this was going to be completed. I need Cam to be smarter. If it's not there, I tell you this all the time, Cam. Run! Run! So don't throw in the double coverage. Run! Nice Ted Ginn Jr. punt return gives Panthers prime field position with Panthers converting it into 4th and 1 TD to Greg Olsen. I always laugh when the Panthers go for it on fourth down when they're close to the end zone now because Ron Rivera made a statement that was just so blatantly obvious. But what that statement said to me is, hey, number one, I realize the situation I'm in. It's win or go home for me. 2, I'm starting to get it as a coach. And 3, I'm an ignoramus. And the reason why is because he said, hey, touchdowns are so much better than field goals. I think I'll start trying to score more of those so we can win. Really, Ron? So I always get a kick out of it when they go for it on 4th and 1 because the Ron Rivera of 2012, the one that lost games last year, like 6 or 7 games by a touchdown or less, that Ron Rivera kicks this field goal and doesn't think twice about it. But that Ron Rivera last year lost to this Falcons team in Atlanta because he was scared to go for it on 4th and inches when Cam Newton had picked it up and fumbled, and they would have picked it up again if he would have went for it and they would have won the football game. This Ron Rivera 2.0, the I don't want to get fired Ron Rivera, the Ron Rivera of 2013 that liked scoring touchdowns over field goals, what a concept. Went for it on 4th and 1. Beautiful play call. My goodness, Mike Schuler, this was a gorgeous play call. You're thinking 4th and 1, you're getting one of two things. You're either getting Mike Tolbert up the middle or Cam Newton up the middle. They gave them neither. Play action fake. Everybody bites down hard on the run. Greg Olsen wide open by himself. It's 14-3. You can't draw it up any better than that, folks. Doesn't get any easier than that. Now, they made it look easy, but that was a beautiful play call that set that up. So it's 14-3. Carolina in control. Falcons not going away quietly, however. It's family business. You know how this goes. The Falcons aren't going to allow them to just trounce over them and trample over them in this football game without some type of resistance. That's what family members do. They make it tough on you. Touchdown drive that ends with a Tony G touchdown catch. It's 14-10. Carolina up in this football game. So just when you thought you were starting to run away, Falcons claw back, get a touchdown, cut the deficit to 4 at 14-10. Cam, with a bad interception right before the half to Robert Alford, took potential points off the board. Look, this is what I'm talking about with Cam. I need you to be smarter. Over the 3-game winning streak leading up to this game, you weren't making these mistakes. Again, this is a struggling Atlanta Falcons team. Don't give them any hope. You were in the red zone here. This pass was unnecessary. It took points off of the scoreboard right before the half. You had a chance to extend your lead. Even if it's a field goal that puts you up by a touchdown, that's a bigger margin than 4. So don't make these type of mistakes. This was an ill-advised throw, unforced error on your part. This was all you're doing. Great catch by Alford in the back of the end zone to secure the pick, but this is a play that you can't make, Cam. You got to be smarter with the football. That's 2 interceptions in this first half that were very, very unnecessary. So that took points off the scoreboard before the half. But Graham Gano comes out second half, deposits a 55-yarder at 17-10. Doesn't it feel good to have a reliable field goal kicker? Doesn't it? Doesn't this remind you of John Casey? Man, you missed John since he's been away, huh? Now you got Graham Gano. Put all of that to bed. You got a field goal kicker that can put it through the uprights. It's 17-10. 10. Tip drill pick by Thomas Davis stops Falcons drive. And this is what this Panthers defense does. They get after you defensively. They force you into mistakes. They swarm the football. That's what great defenses do. They swarm the football. And when something bad happens, when the ball gets tipped up, there's about 3 guys waiting to pick it off. In this case, Thomas Davis was the lucky recipient of a tip drill. It picks it off, and that's what good defenses do. They find their way to the football. They run around. Something happens. It's guys there to take advantage of it. Tip drill turns into a pick for the Panthers. So the Panthers take that. Brandon LaFell catch and run plus a fumble. Then he recovers it. Leads to Super Cam. Look up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. Nope. It's number 1, and his name is Cam. Super Cam. I tell you what, man. When he's running, when he's passing, when there's a dual threat there, you can't stop this guy. You can't stop this Panthers offense. And that's where they are right now. And I love it when he runs because there's not many guys in this league that are going to stop him from getting where he wants to go on the field. And all you can do is look up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. Nope. It's number 1. And Cam is his name. Super Cam. 24-10. Panthers tack on another touchdown via pick 6 by Drayton Florence. It's 31-10. They get another field goal to just put icing on the top. A little cherry too. 34-10 is your final score. Falcons are blown out of the stadium in the 4th quarter. This thing gets away from them, and Panthers go to 5-3. They're the better team. And don't look now. Saints lose, and we'll cover that game later on in the lab room. But Saints fall in their matchup to the Jets. And so all of a sudden, the Panthers at 5-3. They're knocking at the door. Hey, Saints, don't answer the door. There's a bully at that door. Don't answer that door, New Orleans. 6-2 New Orleans, 5-3 Carolina Panthers. We're getting some really interesting stuff going on in this NFC South division. Here come the Panthers, 4-game winning streak, now at 5-3. Falcons at 2-6. They're done. This was the knockout blow. Boom! They just hit the canvas. 10 count. Ding, 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 ding. Fight's over. They're done. Now, what they need to do is start looking for guys that are going to be around in the future. Find some diamonds in the rough. See who can play, who can't, and move on from there. But this season can't finish fast enough for the Atlanta Falcons. If you're the Carolina Panthers, your party is just beginning, and you get it done at home versus the Atlanta Falcons, 34-10. Big win in a big way, disposing of a very, very lifeless Atlanta Falcons team. Great job by the Panthers taking care of a little bit of family business. So they go to 5-3 on the season, and now they're playing some exceptional football. They're trying to make some hay in this division. It's going to be very interesting to see how this thing plays out as this season continues to unfold. So that's going to do it for me here in the lab room. I thank you for joining me. If it happens in the National Football League, whether big or small, we cover it all here in the lab room. See you as I continue to break down week number 9 in the National Football League. I've got plenty more games to go, so I'll be back. See you in a little bit.